A few days later, Princess Liz is still searching for Theo, the fallen hero, but no one in the village has any information about him. At the cottage, Haya, a djinn, prepares breakfast for everyone, surprising the group with her cooking skills. Haya explains she can use magic to make food, but Rise tells her Theo prefers meals made by hand. Haya enjoys cooking and offers to help every day, but Rise insists it's her job and suggests Haya help with cleaning instead. Haya agrees, which makes the others worry they'll have no work left. After breakfast, Muscle Mommy works hard in the fields, determined to prove her worth, so Haya doesn't take over her job. The rabbit transforms into a large creature to help dig the soil, while the red-headed archer takes care of the horses in the stables, enjoying her time with them. She dreams of becoming a coachman, but is content with her current tasks. Inside, the mage reflects on her past, once training to be a royal mage like her family. She left that path to be with Theo, but now feels uncertain. Determined to become a great mage, she remembers Theo's support and resolves to not waste his efforts. Suddenly, a loud scream interrupts their day. The mage and the archer rush outside to see a massive purple, horned horse wreaking havoc in the fields. The archer identifies it as a magical beast. It charges, but the mage quickly creates a shield to protect them. Bali explains she was fighting the creature in the forest, but it escaped. Muscle Mommy tells them not to hurt the creature, and the archer manages to calm it by speaking softly. The others are impressed by her skill. Meanwhile, Theo and Rise are in town selling items, including a vest made from salamander skin. Rise enjoys spending time with Theo. Suddenly, a dark cloud appears, and a huge monster, along with a witch named Dama, descends, causing panic. Princess Liz is nearby, but Dama's monster attacks her guards. Theo rushes to protect Rise while Haya arrives, sensing the dark energy. She explains the monster was once human, transformed by Dama's dark magic. Dama, once a powerful witch, had been defeated by a legendary hero, but now seeks revenge. Haya asks Theo for permission to fight Dama, and he agrees. While Theo and Rise evacuate the town, Haya confronts Dama. The witch attacks with powerful magic, but Haya deflects it. Dama powers up her monster, but Haya quickly disables it and destroys Dama's spirit, turning it into a small ball and eating it. After the battle, Princess Liz approaches Theo, revealing her identity. She explains he was wrongly exiled and asks him to return as a hero. Theo declines, saying the kingdom deserves someone who will fight wholeheartedly. Back at the cottage, the group discusses expanding their land to start a business. Theo negotiates with the Lord, and they secure the land. As the sun sets, Theo presents Rise with a ring he crafted, marking their marriage. Rise is overjoyed, and they look forward to future adventures together. A few days later, Bali has a strange nightmare. She's on an altar, dressed in black, surrounded by darkness. Almana, a demon general, appears, welcoming her to the castle. Bali is horrified when the demon lord appears, professing his love for her and claiming they will marry. He promises to burn the world and rebuild it with them as rulers. Bali refuses, saying she doesn't want the world destroyed. As he tries to kiss her, she jolts awake, sweating and confused about her feelings. The next morning, Bali is slow and exhausted while helping Rise with breakfast. When Rise asks if she's okay, Bali mentions her strange dreams. Rise quickly assumes Bali is in love, making her blush and deny it. The other girls overhear, rush into the kitchen, and tease Bali, convinced she has feelings for the Demon King. Bali denies it, claiming the king probably hates her for being human. The girls insist the king visited often just to see her, despite Bali's protests. Muscle Mommy encourages Bali to pursue the Demon King, saying they could live happily together like Theo and Rise. The conversation shifts when Haya asks Rise why she fell for Theo. Rise explains it was his kindness and strength that won her over. Both Theo and Rise feel embarrassed as Theo overhears. Meanwhile, the kingdom is in turmoil. The princess learns the gold Theo gave for the city's reconstruction is from special coins meant for heroes. She realizes Theo must have been the first hero summoned, but was rejected for his low stats. Feeling guilty, she considers how they mistreated him. Suddenly, news comes that the disgraced former hero and his servant have escaped prison. The princess orders a search while preparing for an attack from the demon army. The disgraced hero and his servant hide in the bushes, having stolen a magic bag from the royal treasury. Inside, they find an old shovel, which can dig holes quickly, helping them avoid capture. Back at the Demon King's castle, Almana reports that Theo and his group are still missing. She suggests focusing on the invasion, but Gaz insists on finding Theo, knowing he could change the war's outcome. Sui, Gaz's brother, overhears and, angry that Gaz is going soft, decides to overthrow him and lead the demons to victory. Meanwhile, Theo and Rise shop in the market, saddened by the war's impact. They meet Bali, who invites them to lunch to celebrate her rank up at the Adventurers Guild. During lunch, Haya warns of a demon nearby, but it turns out to be Gaz. He joins them, and Bali confronts him about his plans to destroy humans. Gaz admits it, but explains that many demons can't coexist peacefully. As they walk home, Theo hugs Rise, realizing the war might force him to make a difficult choice soon. Rise prepares some delicious meat patties for Theo and the girls, impressing everyone with the dish. As they enjoy the meal, there's a knock on the door. Theo answers it and is surprised to find the princess and her guards outside. Rise joins him, and Theo asks why the princess is there, reminding her that he doesn't want to be the kingdom's hero. The princess says she came to apologize for summoning and then discarding him when he showed no special abilities. Both Theo and Rise are shocked that their secret is out. They invite the princess in, and Bali serves her tea, trying to win her favor. The princess asks to speak with Theo alone, but Rise refuses to leave him, reminding the princess of how poorly Theo was treated. Theo supports Rise, insisting she stays with him. The princess agrees, and everyone else leaves the room. She kneels and apologizes on behalf of the kingdom for their past mistakes, including banishing Theo to the forest. Theo tells her to get up, saying he's just a merchant now. When the princess asks if he won't accept her apology, he says it doesn't change anything and urges her to get to the point. She pulls out a magic map showing the kingdom's army positions. She explains that the purification spell protecting the castle is weakening, and the demon army will soon invade. The kingdom's forces are stretched thin, and she requests Theo's help in protecting unguarded towns. Rise angrily objects, reminding the princess that Theo hates violence. The princess warns that once the king recovers, he might accuse Theo and Rise of conspiring with demons. Rise, feeling threatened, asks if this is a veiled threat. The princess denies it, explaining that while she has power, she plans to bring justice to the former king and needs Theo's help to prove she can lead the army better. Theo quickly figures out her real plan. She's showing him the true positions to demonstrate trust, proving he won't betray them to the demons. The princess admits this, emphasizing that she also wants to save the towns. She asks Theo for his assistance once again. Meanwhile, the disgraced hero and his servant are still on the run. Hiding in the bushes, they are caught by a demon who plans to use them for a sacrificial experiment. That night, Theo reflects on his conversation with the princess. He tells Rise that while he hates fighting, he can't bear to see innocent towns in danger. He dreams of a future where humans and demons live together peacefully, and Rise encourages him, promising to always support him. Soon after, the demon army attacks, and Theo steps in to protect a young girl from a demon. Though Rise is upset that Theo accepted the princess's request without compensation, he explains that asking for money would tarnish his reputation. Together, they fight off the demons, with Rise confronting a powerful Cyclops who insults her late brother. Rise defeats the Cyclops but spares his life, showing the control she's learned from Theo. The townspeople thank Theo and Rise for saving them, and Theo credits the princess for their presence. They leave for the next town, while the news of their deeds spreads, making the princess grateful for Theo's help. Meanwhile, Demon Lord Gaz learns that his brother Sui has staged a coup and prepares for the confrontation ahead.